ये अस्म विश्वानि देवा वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्म जुहराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां तेन मुक्तिं विधेम। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Agreed about value Iswara. I was applied for. Then what color? I don't talk. What's all? Om A Brahman Brahmano Brahmavarchasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanyah Shuraishavyoti Vyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dogdri Dhenuhu Odhanadvan Asusaptihi Purandhiryosha Jishnurateshthah Sabheyo Yuva Asya Yajamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikame Naha Parjanyo Varshatu Phalavatyo Na Oshadayaha Pachyantam Yogakshemo Naha Kalpetam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakpranaschikshushrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarotu Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaha Te Mayi Santu Te Mayi Santu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are just going on with the Parayanam and study of the most important popular text containing 700 mantras, rather slokas and half slokas and sentences, going by the name Durga Saptasati, 700, where Durga Devi is being invoked and she is requested by all gods, including Indra, Brahma. All gods have got joined and requested her. Devi Adishakti Swarupini, the Himachala Mahavamsha Pavani, Durga Parameswari. And so when all of them fought with the Mahishasura, a tough demon, Mahasura, for a good time, but they could not win Mahishasura, and ultimately we have seen how Ammavaru was requested to come and fight and finish Mahishasura, and that prayer of the gods have been completed, and therefore, and that prayer, she was pleased. She herself challenged Mahishasura and all asuras, his band of people, for war with her. and she did it by making the Dhanushtankara, standing on the peak of the mountain, and made a big, and she was a Viswarupini at that time. Her hands, stature, and feet, and personality, and height, everything was so majestic. Her kireetam was touching the sky, and her feet were down Pathalam. Such a majestic, personal, powerful authority of authority and appearance in a Stree form, because she happened to be the combined anger of Vishnu and Shiva. When they were in meeting at one time, all these people went to them and requested requested that she is a problem. Then the anger, Kopagni, became a woman, ferocious but very graceful. Then all gods empowered her with their eminence at the same time, with the eminence of their respective Ayudhas, and she became fully armed. That's why she became Jayanti, Mangala, Kali, Kapalini, and Swaha, Swadha. So in number of ways and all that. So we have already covered the Argala Stotram, the Kavacha Stotram, and all these stotras which are preamble for the Durga Saptasati. Well, that we have completed, and how she was able to put out the Mahishasura on one hand. At the same time, she has given another promise that she is going to be born again. She gave an indication or inkling that she is again going to be born from Gauri Deham, and the Dushta Daityas, the Mahishasura and all those people who are wicked, they will be again reborn. They will not die, because Janma and Janma and Janma and Janma. Sarirani chame yagnena kalpantam parugum shachame yagnena kalpantam. So this way we are introduced in the Yajurveda, in the Namaka Adhyaya, that not one Sarira is enough to get ourselves elevated and emancipated, but there are several Janmas. No matter, we don't know all that. We don't know. For example, if you talk about the date of birth, minus 9 months, then before that 9th month or so, who were you, what were you, where were you, how were you? Well, that is all a big question mark. And even that question mark also is being explained by our Upanishad Maharshis, Munis, Aitareya Upanishad, for example, Svetaswar Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and also all these Upanishads are trying to uncover the secret behind our birth, beyond our birth, and but all these behind and beyond and during these three tenses of our life scales, Parameswara, they have to be guarding, and they are our guides. Therefore, apart from all the materialistic, luxurious achievements that anybody would have during the span of time, but there is to be also the addition to the situation of our body and mind and spirit, that will only help us. So what punyam you have done? See, in Prashnopanishad, Pippalada Maharshi tells us that the Udana Vayu and Prana Vayu, whatever punyam you have done, that particular punyam will be separated, and that you are taken to Punyaloka. And if you have done papam, you will be taken to Papalokas or Narakam and all that. So that is the vehicles which will carry us up to the respective lokas, and also meritorious things or non-meritorious lokas. The Panchavayus are there inside us, and that's what is the one theory that our Pippalada Maharshi for advances. So now in the last section, the 2 to 4th chapter, we have noted how Durga Parameswari was fighting, one, how she was having a lot of weapons in her hand. That's why we always talk about Durga as Mahishasura Mardini, Chaturbhuja, Ashtabhuja, Ashtadasha Bhuja, and ultimately Sahasra Bhuja. So with all this kind of shoulders and so many ayudhas and all that, she was able to put down. And she said, ultimately, Rakshanaya cha lokanam devanam upakarine tat srunushramaya akhyatam yathavat kathayamite. So that Maharshi, that Rishi, tells that the Suratha and Samadhi, the Kshatriya Maharaja and also the Vaishya rich merchant, both of them were deprived of the relations, possessions, and all that. And to them, the Rishi is trying to infuse a kind of hope, belief, trust upon the extra force that is Parameswari. So we have also noted that Rishi told, yeah, whatever said and done, then you have to think of the Parameswarim Saranam Upaihi, because that Parameswari is so compassionate, Chandram, so considerate, that when you are approaching her, Sishyasteham Sadhimam Prapannam, with a bowed head, then she will take hold of your timetable, your calendar, and sees that whatever hardship that we are having, all that will be redeemed. So that's what we say, and says that I am going to tell that Parameswari is always on just to protect the lokas and also to give help all those workers who want to uplift by themselves spiritually and socially and all that, which will be beneficial for people. That's why Devana Upakarini. And now we are in the 5th chapter, where we have got the Saraswati Devata. This is the last section of the Durga Saptasati, where the Sumbha Rakshasas are put out and Loka Kalyanam is being caused, and she has blessed the two. That is, whatever wants they have, they got it fulfilled. Therefore, this is exactly what. So we have got Bhima, Shakti, Samaveda, Swarup, and all that. I just read the slokam, Jhana slokam, how you have to imagine her to be. Of course, every sloka, every chapter has the picture or figure of Devi a little differently because of the type of syllabus covered in that in that chapter, and especially the Charitam of Devi covered in that slowly, because this particular Sumbhani Sumbhavada is not easy. In 3 chapters, Mahishasura is completed, and that is the extent that was required for her, because she was also very clever. If Mahisha Asura, Mahasura, came in the form of buffalo or bison, she was able to, Mahisho Pasuhu, able to put him down. And when she became a Purusha, then also. So whatever, because it's a Maharakshasa and Mahasura, and they have got all kinds of magical powers. And so they use that Yatu. Therefore, they are all called as Yatudhana. So the Yatudhanas are using sometimes their black magic, or that they suddenly disappear. And that power is there for the Rakshasa. So Mahishasura used all his tricks, and see that the Durga Parameswari is confused, rather she can be killed by her, by him. But anyway, this is what it is. Now, in the third, and this is a longer chapter, that is from 5th chapter to 13th chapter, we have the narration how Devi, on installment basis, killed almost all the Rakshasas one by one, and ultimately Sumbha and Nisumbha, the brothers, who had passion, who had desire to marry her. That's the whole problem. See, so long the beauty is there, you desire, you appreciate the beauty and keep quiet, you are safe. But if you want to possess the beauty, problems crop up, because this is a thing of beauty is joy forever. And that's what kids said, joy. It's only joy. The joys you cannot always cover. And sunrise, sunset, and all these things are joys. Om Ghanta Shulahalani Shankhamusali Chakram Dhanussayakam Hastabjair Dhatim Ghananta Vilasatu Sitam Sutulya Prabham Gauri Deha Samudbhavam Trijagatam Adhara Bhutam Mahapurva Matra Saraswati Manubhaje Shumbhadi Daityardini. Shumbhadi Daityardini. So Shumbha and other his retinue, all these are Daityas, Ditisutas, and she has to become Mahasaraswati, and she is one emanated from the Gauri Deha. See, Gaura is Sadasiva, and Gauri is his consort. So, unless one is pure, free from doshas, free from sins, Shuchi, Suddha, they cannot have achievements of higher order. So, Suchihi, the Suchi is important. In Manusruti also, we have got a large discussion on the word Suchi. And these are all very good concepts which have been marked out. And ordinarily, our Bhartruhari says, Mrudvarina Suchihi Suchihi ಅಂತ. ಈ ಪಾತ್ರೆಗಳು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಈವನ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಮೃತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾರಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈ ಮಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್, when mixed together for cleaning purpose, there is nothing to compare it. So water and mud. So mrut and vari. So like that is Suddha, Suchitvam, and Charanam Pavitram, and everything is Pavitram. That's why she has to be Gauri, and she becomes Mahasaraswati. Look at this, Gauri and Mahasaraswati, both are pure, white, speck-free, and all these things. Therefore, let us note that the Ammavaru, Mahasaraswati, is somebody. That's why we have a special puja done for Saraswati during the Saraswati forum of Devi. And now, Atra Mahasaraswati. See, Maha is the complement given to Saraswati, so she became Mahasaraswati. And but Durga, as Durga Parameswari in Mahishasuramardini, she has been given the complement as the Jaya. So she is called Jaya Durga. So Mahasaraswati, Jaya Durga, and Mahakali. So now like that, they also get benefited when they are able to destroy the evil forces, tough forces in the world. Om Klim Rishirivacha. So in the first 6 slokas, we have just seen that the Sumbha started giving lot of trouble to all the Gaurav, all that, and they overpowered the gods, and not only simply overpowered them, they dethroned and sent away as ordinary people, and he took away the faculties or powers or executive powers, etc., of so many gods, and they were also claiming the Yajna Bhagas. See, they were claiming the Yajna Bhagas, and as a result, what happened? They became completely deprived of any kind of. So when Yajna Bhagas are taken away, they have no food at all. So when they don't have food, imagine the condition. Therefore, in that status, they all remembered, we have got the Devi, Ammavaru, who promised us that Yada Yada Danavottabadha Bhavishyati, Tada Tada Bhavishyamyam. Whenever there is going to be a problem and attack and then difficulty, because of the Danavas, because of the Rakshasas, I am going to come in one form or the other, and I am going to redeem all of them. Therefore, they made a prayer, and that prayer, Devaha Uchuhu. So starts from the 9th sloka, and it is a wonderful, one of the 3 prayers done to Mahadevi, going up to the 82 slokas. That is to say that from 8 to 80, about 80 slokas are there. And moreover, we are supposed to repeat some of the slokas 3 times, because repetition is a tapas. And that is exactly what we call japa. So in japa form, though there are 80 slokas, imagine 3 times some slokas beginning from 18, no, beginning from 14th sloka, 15th sloka, you have to say 3 times. So 15 to, that means around 65 slokas, we have to keep on repeating as a part of japa 3 times, so that heat will be generated. And as a result, the movement will begin. So the dynamics will start. The static energy becomes a dynamic energy. ದೇವಿ ಗೌರಿಯಾಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆನಂದವಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ರೆಕ್ರೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, we cannot stand that kind of repetition. We just respond. For example, a ಮಗು ಬಂದು ಸೀರೆ ಟಿಪ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಮ್ಮ 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 ಅಂತ 3-4 ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಬಿಸಿ ಶಿ ಈಸ್, immediately she has to attend to the child. So that's why the repetition has got punaravrutti. That repetition or japa is very important. And that's exactly what you call tapas. And even to please, this is Kartika Masam, Saptami. We have already covered so many days, and we are in the Krishna Paksha 7th day. And every day, morning or evening, anytime, we are just doing the Rudra Abhishekam. Rudra is all in all. He is the embodiment of all gods, and all gods are in him. Therefore, Rudra Abhishekam means you are trying to please all gods, not individually, but holistically. That's why Mahanyasa Purvaka or Raghurnyasa Purvaka Rudra Abhisheka, we do it. Ekavaram, Dasavaram, Ekadasavaram, and so on. So this is the Tapo Vidhanam. So what does Durga Saptasati tell us? It tells you the methodology, the technology, how best you can tap the energies, tap the karuna of Parameswari. Because that's why we say, if you want to get at water from some distance, you must arrange taps, wherefrom you are able to get that water flow and flowing into your things. So in this manner, we have got that. Now I have done up to the sloka number 11, and we have to go from the sloka number 12. But up to that, we understand that Parameswari is said to be Mahadevi and Shiva, Prakriti, and Bhadra, Raudra, Nitya, Gauri, Jyotsna, Indurupini, and Kalyani, and Ruddhi, Siddhi, and Nairutti, Bhubrutam, Lakshmi, Sarvani, Namo Namaha. So all these names have got a history. I got background understanding, but we have already covered this to some extent, because basically she is a Devi, divine. But not simply Devi, she is a Mahadevi, super divine. Being super divinity, and she is quite Shiva, pleasant, calm, composed, compassionate, helping everyone. And she is a Prakriti. She is one in nature. She is not separate, isolated from nature. She is constantly present in nature, Prakriti, Panchabhutas, Panchavayus, and all this, whatever nature, men, women, Rakshasas, all creation is Prakriti, mountains, rivers, trees, plants, and so on. So she is one with all this Prakriti. But why is she there? Being there, she is always fond of doing the security, safety, ensuring, and all that. That's why she is given the compliment as Bhadra. Bhadraha is Rudra, and Bhadra is Durga, Amavaru, and she's the consort. So the husband and wife both are Bhadras to each other, and they make a wonderful family and wonderful contribution to the society. That's why when we recite the mantra, we recite, but we say that a woman must be helpful to the society, not only to the family, and she has to be contributory. That's why we say, and again the cows, then the horses, and all these things. So then again, Raudraye, she cannot always remain calm and quiet. So God has bestowed anger also in everybody in the world. Even the child in the cradle becomes angry. So the kopam, raudram, and unless what you want, you don't get, and if you get it, you are not peaceful. So that rudratvam, that ferociousness, that power, that courage, the stubbornness, etc., is being shown by Raudraye. And she is Nitya. See, Bhadra, Nitya, they are together. And again, Prakruti, Nitya, Nitya Devata. That is Nirmuktam, Nitya Muktam. And that is, she is Nirmukta, but Nitya Mukta. So that's why it's called Nitya. And this Nitya is a complement to Lalita Parameswari, as you see, Nityayai Namaha. And she is she is surrounded by the Shodasa, other Devis. So Nityayai, Shodasa Rupinyai, Shodasa Devi Rupinyai, etc. Bharate. And again, she is called Gauri. Actually, that is the basic name, foundation, where from all her forms got emanated. And besides and beyond, all these compliments and qualities and powers in her, she is a Dhatri. Dhatri means the mother and also creator. So Dhata, Dhatri. So she is the creator and she is a mother, because every mother cannot desert her child, and she has to take care of the child until the mother's life persists. So she cannot disown anybody at all. So she is called as the Dhatri. Ammavaru is the constant mother. And again, not simply she is a mother, but she is a Jyotsna. She is the brilliance. She is the Beladingadu antaralva. Kama. Nobody will hold umbrella for the moon's light. Jyotsna, sunlight ke umbrella chetri beku, but idak beda. But that's why she is called very calm, quiet, pleasant, brilliant, and cool. And who is that? She is just like the Indu Rupini. She is the moon herself. Indu is a beautiful word. Rupa is the beauty. So she will be as beautiful as that of the moon, full moon in the horizon. So this full moon Swarupam, which means that when full moon bright is there, you are really very much happy, and and all these forms we are imagining or worshipping. Why? Because why is also important. To say Sukha Yai and Sukha, Satatam Sakha Yai. So we have to have comfort and ease in life constantly. So for all this kind of desire fulfillment, what we can do? We cannot give any gift to Parameswari. Just we bow down our head, say that we are like this. And apart from that, she will not, she is only committed to do Kalyani. Kalya means there are 6 meanings for the word Kalyam or Kalyam. If you refer to the dictionary, the Kalya means auspiciousness. Kalya is a title, is an honorific title. And Kalya means doing something positive and desire fulfilling and active things. That's why she is called Kalyani. That's why in Sri Suktam, we have the beautiful compliment for Lakshmi Devi, the Sarva Mangala Mangalye. So Mangala, Kalyana is Mangala, and what she is, so one way she is providing the Sukha. Simply Sukha is no good. There should be Ruddhi, Siddhi. Ruddhi and Siddhi are the two outcomes of the this thing. That's why pranatam ruddhi. So this kind of ruddhi, siddhi, and sukha are being provided by Durga Parameswari or Mahasaraswati because she is a Kalyani. And Kurmyai, that's most important thing. See, Kurma means the tortoise, turtle. So in Kurma Avatara of Mahavishnu is oriented to protect the Bhudevi, earth, the globe, and which was taken away, snatched away by Hiranyaksha. So Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakasipu, we know about them. And Hiranyaksha is also a very powerful Rakshasa, got lot of boons. And so when Brahmadeva is creating and keeping them on earth, so he just took away the earth itself and almost hampered the process of creation and continuation of the creation of Brahmadeva, and it's a big problem. Then Brahma appealed. Vishnu became Kurma and Mahakurma and all that. So even today, we have got one big temple in Andhra Pradesh. It is called Adikurma Devasthanam. Fortunately, I was able to visit and see that. And in front of the Adikurma temple, there's a big lake, and all Pushkarini is there, and it's got a lot of so Kurma Avataram. And moreover, the Kurma in the temple is not towards the east. The head of the Kurma is not towards the east, but it is facing the west. But normally, the no god is facing to the west. But this is special, where the Mahavishnu as Kurma Avatara or Kurmi, he will be. And if Vishnu becomes a Kurma, and she becomes a Kurmi, a female. So Mahalakshmi, the consort of Vishnu, is following. She cannot desert whatever avataram, whatever trait of enterprise that Vishnu takes up, she becomes the energy behind, the female energy, Shakti Swarupini. And therefore, you observe in our scriptures, there is always combined action, combined cooperation, and combined activity. So no single god will be able to achieve many things, but that single god has to take the cooperation. That's why in our Vedic mythology, Veda mantras, we have got three types of gods. Classification of gods has been attempted. And even Yaskacharya began this kind of things, and so we talk about. But later is that we have the Bhudevatas, that are called terrestrial gods, and then Antarikshaloka, they are called atmospheric gods, and we have got divine heavenly gods. And so the Bhu, that kind of scope or base is being deprived. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೂರ್ಮ ಅವತಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾವಿಷ್ಣುವು ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, and Mahalakshmi also become, because Mahasaraswati means she has got stretched responsibility, extended responsibility. She cannot simply do one job and feel retired. No. So that's why Kurmyai Namo Namaha. These are all the positive avatars and all these things. But even Mahalakshmi, even that Mahasaraswati is also called Nirruti Devata. Nirruti is the Ratri Devata, and she is the negative goddess. She will cause all evil and all that. So I have got a corner also is spared for Nirruti Devata. Thereby, that is also important. Unless there is a opponent, you cannot have success. Therefore, Nairuti and Bhubhrutam Lakshmi. ಈ ಮಹಾಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಭೂಭೃತ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಭೂಭೃತ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದಿ ರೂಲರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಭೂಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರ ಸಂಪದ ಈ ತಾಯಿ ಮಹಾಸರಸ್ವತಿ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಈ ಭೂಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ, ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. that kind of governance is being done by the Palakas. As you see, President of the country, Prime Minister of the country, then governor of a state, the mayor of the corporation, and president of the municipality. Well, who are these? That's what we see in our Prashnopanishad. Then land is vast, so the administrator chief will make divisions and appoint the lords for all the divisions, and that is the administrative policy and arrangement. So management policy like that. Here you see Bhubhrutam Lakshmi. Amma Durga is the Lakshmi or Sampada or gain or protective for all the Bhubhruts. Those people who care Bhudevi, who protect Bhudevi, who do not destroy or cause all problem to Bhudevi. So you have to, because Bhudevi also is worried. Bhudevi is also pained. Whenever problem comes to Bhudevi, she will request Brahma. And along with Brahma, and all of them go to Vishnu. And Vishnu is a Bhubharta. And automatically Vishnu will take action. And that's why you observe that Bhubhrutam Lakshmi, Durga Parameswari. Bhubhrutam Lakshmi is Mahasaraswati and Adishakti Swarupini. That's why we always make the prayer, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Matrurupena Samsthita, Namastasyai Namastasyai Namo Namaha. So she is there in the form of a mother. So mother is one who is the origin, who is Genesis. At the same time, as long as she lives, she will be taking care of her own kids and kittan. That's why, and another complement for it, Sarvani. So Sarvani, Sarva is Lord Rudra. And Kurma Sarva is the important thing that we can note. So that's why we say Sarva Yanamaha, Sarvalinga Yanamaha, Sarvan Namaha. So you look at that Sarva Sabda, that is, Sarva is always found on the land, on the seashores, on all the tough and all places. So we always have to make Sarva Devata Anugraha and Preeti. That's why Bhavaya Devaya Namaha, Sarvaya Devaya Namaha. So like that we have got the 10, 11 names. So first of all is Bhava, then Sarva. And then Pasupataye Devaya Namaha. There are all Pasu, whatever beings that are there on the ground, they're all Pasus. So we say Pasupataye Namaha. So avaga, ಈ ಸರ್ವಾಣಿ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ protector of the land, protector of the land owners. That's why Sarvaha, Sarvaha. These are all the Sarvaha. So Sarvaha and Sarvaha is complement. That is to say that Shiva is a Sarvaha, Shiva is a Sarvaha. That's why he is land protector, land manager. At the same time, he is any and everybody. In Namakam, you see the word, you see the beautiful thing. Kulunchanam pataye namaha. See, those people who misuse the land, who abduct the land, who snatch away the land without any permission, them he is a controller. In a sense that he will give punishment. The other day in Delhi, we see the news that so many unauthorized apartments and constructions are being demolished. Authorization is necessary. Authorization comes only from the government or, see, from the rulers. So Bhumi is not everybody's. They may use the land, but not own the land until some conditions. In fact, in Bhagavatam, I should tell you a story. When Bhudevi was hurt very much and all that, she was not able to stand the difficulty. And so Bhudevi and all gods went to Lord Shiva and Parvati when they were having some private time. and suddenly opened the door. Why should not she tap the door and open? That is, when door is closed, the Indian culture is tap the door and open. That is Sanatana Dharma. You cannot just push the door and get into. So she just, but Bhudevi did not tap the door or announce or telephone or took appointment, anything like that. So along with the retinue of all gods, she just went and appeared before. But Parvati became very angry because it was a hard time for Parvati to gain some private time with Lord Rudra. Always, Rudra is always in dhyana. So then immediately Parvati happened to curse Bhudevi that you will have to see the blood of your own children whenever they want you to possess or increase you in their stretch of occupation. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ರಕ್ತಪಾತ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಜಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. So many, all people who come to fight, positive or negative, are her own kid and her own children. But when her own children, so no mother likes to see the blood of his child. But that is the temperament. But if at all she were to see, the mother were to see the blood, it is not a happy sign. So like that, here, and for all the other gods, also she gave curse, Parvati. And this is what we, in Puranas, we come across. Gods are also like our men only. So ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸುಖ ದುಃಖ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಶ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಇದೆಯೇ. ಬಟ್ ದೇವತೆಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಹಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಯಲಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೆಡ್. And in when Damayanti, how our poets and Puranas try to interpret also, when Damayanti Swayamvaram was announced, and when Damayanti's mind was on Alachakravarti, and looking at the beauty and other things of the Bhaimi, that is Damayanti, and all gods also came as candidates to marry her. Then, but Damayanti said, but she was able to recognize who is Nala and who is all look like Nala or something like that. Then she, with her power of tapas, she recognized the right Nala and garlanded him. So the other way, what I am telling is, you cannot deprive what is intended and what is designed for the people. That will definitely take place. So that's why Sarvani, here you see Namo Namaha, doubling. So when you say double engine, to have a speed of action, speed of covering the distances. So don't say Namaha, Namo Namaha. Even in the Namakam, you see 180 times the Namaskara is done for 333 names and like that of Rudra. So while doing that, Namo Namaha, Namaste Rudra Vandu. Namo is like that. So when you read that, you will get all these things. So let me go to the 12th mantra, and that is again, and after 12th mantra, from 14th mantra, we have got it. So here again, some more names of achievement of Devi are being Mahasaraswati, are being marked in the next two slokas. Durgayai, Durgaparayai, Sarayai, Sarvakarinyai. Gopinath, can you recite? 12th sloka, 5th chapter, Durga Saptasati. If you are free, you can recite. Otherwise, I do your job. Anybody?
And I will recite, Gurula. I don't have book, but I will copy you and recite.
Durgayai, Durgaparayai.
दुर्गाय दुर्गापाराय दुर्गाय दुर्गापाराय
सारायै सर्वकारिण्यै
तारायै सर्वकारिण्यै सारायै सर्वकारिण्यै
ख्यात्यै तथैव कृष्णायै
ध्यात्यै तथैव कृष्णाय ध्यात्यै तथैव कृष्णाय
धूम्रायै सततं नमः
ॐ राये सततं नमः ॐ राये सततं नमः
अतिसौम्या अतिरौद्रायै
अति सौम्या अति रौद्राय अति सौम्या अति रौद्राय
नताः तस्यै नमो नमः।
नताः तस्यै नमो नमः नताः तस्यै नमो नमः
नमो जगत्प्रतिष्ठायै
नमो जगत्प्रतिष्ठाय नमो जगत्प्रतिष्ठाय
देव्यै कृत्यै नमो नमः।
देवै वृद्
कृत्यै
देवै
कृत्यै कृत्यै
देवै
कृ-
कृत्यै नमो नमः देवै कृत्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु या देवी सर्वभूतेषु
विष्णुमाया इति शब्दिता
विष्णुमायाति शब्दिता विष्णुमायाति संस्थिता
शब्दिता
न शब
शब्दिता
न शब्दिता न शब्दिता
विष्णुमाया इति शब्दिता।
विष्णुमाया इति शब्दिता विष्णुमाया इति शब्दिता
नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः।
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
So you have some more names of Durga, also the functions of Durga, the power of Durga and Mahima of Durga. So in the 12th sloka, you observe Durga, Durgapara. So she is called Durga, difficult to be attacked by anybody. Dukkhena గంతుం జేతుం సాధ్య. అమ్మవారిని జయించడం అనేది అసాధ్యం. దేర్ ఫోర్ షీ గెట్స్ ది దుర్గా పరమేశ్వరి. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ శ్లోక, ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ చరితం, షీ సెడ్ దట్ షీ బికమ్స్ దుర్గా ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు డిస్ట్రాయ్ ఏ రాక్షస బై నేమ్ ದುರ್ಗಾ. ಸೊ ಆಯಾ ದೇವತೆಗಳ ಆಯಾ ರಾಕ್ಷಸಗಳನ್ನು ಸಂಹಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅವರ ವರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದೇರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್, ದಿ ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದೇರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾನ್ ಮುಮೋಚ ಮಹಿಷಃ ಕುಪಿತಾಂತಗದರ್ಶನೇನ ದೇ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಣಾನ್ ಮುಮೋಚ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ರಾಕ್ಷಸಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, their pride is being subdued, and they are temporarily given the stop to their living. Namdu ashte. See, for example, when all of us go to sleep in the night, what is sleep? It is called tatkalika maranam. Gopinath, ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ?
ಹೌದು
As
ಒಳ್ಳೆ
long as you stay in the bed. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ?
ರೈಟ್ ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ
ತಾತ್ಕಾಲಿಕ ಮರಣಂ. ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಫ್ರೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ತಾತ್ಕಾಲಿಕ ಮರಣಂ, ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಡೆತ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ಆನಂದವಾಗಿ ಆ ಮರಣವನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಬ್ಬಾ, ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬಂತು, ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳಗಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ತಾತ್ಕಾಲಿಕ ಮರಣಂ ಈಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡೀಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಡೆತ್, then it is everybody is scared and nobody will want it. Nobody wants the death. Everybody wants to continue life. That's why Dirghayutvam cha me namitram cha me bhayam cha me sugam cha me sayanam cha me. So ಏನು ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ Dirghayutvam cha me. Okay, you are granted Dirghayusu, long time. But what do you want? Abhayam cha me. ಸೊ ಭಯ ಅಂದರೆ ರೋಗ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರೋಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಎಂಜಾಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಲೈಫ್? ನೋ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಯ. ಭಯ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರೋಗ, ಭಯ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಭಯವನ್ನು ಸಂಸಾರ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಭಯ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೋಗ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಭಯ, ಶತ್ರು ಈಸ್ ಎ ಭಯ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಯ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಭರ್ತೃಹರಿ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ sloka in Vairagya Satakam, he says that Vitte Nrupalad Bhayam, Bhoge Roga Bhayam. See, Bhoga, Chenna Uta Man Masal Dosa, Chenna Tindbido Andre, Roga Bharate, next morning. Today's eating of more masala dosas will cause you problem next tomorrow. Today's eating is tomorrow's problem or tomorrow's happiness. So depends. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಸೊ ದೀರ್ಘಾಯುತ್ವಂ ಚ ಮೇ ಅಭಯಂ ಚ ಮೇ and ಕೊನೆಗೆ Suratri and Sukha and all these things are wanted. Therefore, you observe that Durga and Durga Para problems, we cannot succumb to the problems. We have to cross over the problems. If at all you are to cross over our problems or difficulties or however difficult they are, it is only Parameswari can lead you. She is the ship. Naveva Sindhum Adidurita Chegnihi. So Naveva Sindhum. If you have got a boat in the river is no problem. You can just cross the river. So Ataraha Ammavaru, Parameswari, Agni Devudu. So they are all the great. Agni and Durga are same. Because Durga is Agni Sambhava and Agni, Durga Sambhavanta. So nobody can defeat Agni. Nobody can defeat Durga. That's why she is called as Durga Para. And again, Sarayai Sarvakarinyi. Sara ಅಂದರೆ ಎಸ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದರು, ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊಸದಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ? ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬೇಕು ಆರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆ ಕಾರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಸಾರಂ. ಈ ಕಾರು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರಿಗೆ ಸಾರ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾರ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಎಸ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ನು ಲಾಯಸ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಸ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ನ. ನಾವು ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆದರೆ ಸಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, very thing that is required. That is the essence of any and everything. All problems she will be able to solve, and she is all in all. And moreover, not only Durgapara, Durga Parameswari is not only Durgapara, but Sarvakarini. So let us try to spend some time on this. Sarvakarini andre, she is able to do any and everything. Karini is to do that. Sarvakarini means there is nothing that she cannot do. There is nothing that she cannot do. So Durga Parameswari is Sarvakarini. So ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. No discrimination. Actually, human power is limited. And some divine power also is limited. But Ishvara's power is unlimited. So that's why Ishvara Shakti antare. Ishana Sarva Vidya Sarvabhuta Vidyanam Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Brahma Adhipatihi Brahmanaha Adhipatihi Brahma Shivo me astu. So then once you use the word Brahma, he is a repository of all actions and all phalams. Therefore, you observe Brahmadeva is one all that, and that Brahmani. So she is called as a Brahmani, Brahmajanani. So she is told as Brahmani, Brahmajanani, Bahuarchita, Khyata anta. So anta tayi highest goddess, highest God. ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಗಾಡ್ಗೆ ಲಿಂಗ ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇವಿ ದೇವ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ವಿನಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಈಶ್ವರ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಈಶ್ವರೋ ಈಶ್ವರಿ ಈಶ್ವರಾಣಾಂ ಈಶ್ವರಿ ಈಶ್ವರಾಣಾಂ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ರೆಫರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಈಶ್ವರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಈಶ್ವರ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಯಗ್ರೀವ್ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ ಲಲಿತಾ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ, ಶಿವಶಕ್ತಿ ಏಕಸ್ವರೂಪಿಣಿ ಲಲಿತಾಂಬಿಕಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಶಂಕರ, who is also a great Srividyopasaka and also Devi Bhakta, he began his Saundarya Lahari saying that Shivasaktya yuktaha iti bhavati. So where the Lalita Sahasranam ends, the Saundarya Lahari begins. Therefore, Durga. And moreover, ತಾಯಿಯ ಖ್ಯಾತಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಖ್ಯಾತಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಫೇಮ್, ನೇಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೇಮ್ ಈಸ್ unparalleled. He is simply supremely large and great. So she is called as the Khyati. And Tatha eva Krishnayai. So Tatha eva, as much famous as she is, as much great in attracting the people. Krishna ಅಂದರೆ ಆಕರ್ಷಣ ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಭೂಮಿಗಿರುವ ಆಕರ್ಷಣ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಅಭೂಮಿಯ ಆಕರ್ಷಣ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್. Up to gravitational level, one will be remaining the same. If you are beyond the gravitation in the air, you cannot have any stability at all. Everybody knows. So gravitational force ಇರೋದನಕ ನಾವು ನಾವಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ. Once we are beyond gravitation, we lose our controls. For example, ಅರ್ತ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಕಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಭೂದೇವಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ವ್ಯವಹಾರಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ there is some difference, then hello, please join. I'm giving you more and more insights into Durga Saptasati. I don't know how busy you are. Now join. I'm in the class. So we see that Khyatyi Krishnayai, these two things you can club. When you club these two things, Khyati and Krishnatvam, and Krishna is Krishna, our Lord Krishna, and another name, the same word name Krishna is for Draupadi also for Durgamma. Who is the Draupadi? Draupadi is a Grama Devata. She is Agni Sambhava and Durga Agni Sambhava. So to say, but for Draupadi, the war, Mahabharata war, cannot take place. So Durgayai and Krishnayai. And we can keep on talking for 1 hour on Durga and Krishna or Khyati. So that's why you have got Khyati Sandra ಅಂತ. ತುಮಕೂರು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ we have got a beautiful one station. I don't know what is it, ಸ್ಥಳ ಪುರಾಣಂ, that is called as Khyata Sandra. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಟ್ಟೆ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. I don't know now. Long back when we are crossing that particular area, we used to stop there for sake of tatte idli and all that. I remember now. Anyway, so here Krishna andre akarshan shakti. One example is Krishna did not go to Jarasandha, nor he did not go to the Mahasura Sainya and all the Manavarupa Rakshasas, but Jarasandha was a good agent. Every time he came to fight and kill Krishna and all that, for 16 times he came, and every time he was able to gather 23 Akshauhini Sainyam. So ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸೈನ್ಯವನ್ನು ಗ್ಯಾದರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಯು ಅಬ್ಯಾಸನ್ and Krishna Balarama's work is done. Actually, Balarama wanted to finish in first trip, but Krishna said, no, he will be our agent. He will go back. He got insulted. He will bring more all his Manavarupa Rakshasas and like-minded and like-acting Rakshasas he will bring. So that's how in Krishna Avatara, he did not go to fight with anybody. All people came to fight with him and got defeated. Even in the Krishna Rayabhara Mahabharata, see, next December we are going to have a talk on this comparison between the two epics. So Krishna wanted to be there stable in the Sabha, but Duryodhana was a wicked fellow. He asked Dushasana to tie Krishna so they can attack him. But where is that Dushasana and where is that Krishna Paramatma. So you know the story. So that way, Krishna, yai. And then nobody can defeat her. She is always khyata. Whenever she fights wars, whose is the victory? Durga Parameswari is the victorious lady. That's why she is always called as Jaya. So Jaya is a Shabda where Durgama is being constantly marked to be a victor, Victor, and she stands on the first, on the victory stand. A victory stand ಅದು ಈಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ she will be the first prize winner. Krishna. And again, she's a Dhumra. Dhumra means she drive away so many people. That's why we have got a mantra in Veda. Dhura se dhurva dhurvam tam dhurva yam vayam dhurva maha. So tam dhurva yam vayam dhurva maha. You just drive away, make people run away, enemies run away, whom we want to make them away from us. As long as Shatrus are with us, it's a problem. When Shatrus are removed and driven away, we become peaceful. That's exactly where even the Ramaraksha Stotram is also meant. Buddhagosika Maharshi in the Parasruti tells you that even those people who want to come and attack and harm you, they will never reach you at all. They are dispatched there itself. And so you don't know what trouble you are to get, but you did not get it. So that's exactly what is Ramaraksha Stotram Phalam. So here, Dhumrayai and Dhumralochana, there is also one Rakshasa by name Dhumraksha, and him she killed when finished in the war. Therefore, and he was a Mahabhakta, and therefore she takes the name of that Rakshasa as one of her blessed names. Like Mahisha, Dhumra is also taken into account. So Dhumrayai Satatam Namaha. I think today I'll stop here, and very much thankful to all of us, all of you, that we have some time sparing to be able to remember Devi, make prayer to her, and ask her to remove all our obstacles and difficulties and diseases and all that, and make us Sukhayai Satatam Namaha. We always think of Devi for the sake of the Sukham. Okay? Om Swasti. ಹೇಳಿ ಸಹನಾ ಅವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಗೋಪಿನಾಥ್.
ಓಂ ಸಹನಾ ಭವತು
ಅವತ್ತು
ಸಹನೋ
ಅವತ್ತು ಅವತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವತ್ತು ಸಹನೌ ಅವತ್ತು.
ಓಂ ಸಹನಾ ಅವತು ಸಹನೋ ಭುನಕ್ತು ಸಹ ವೀರ್ಯಂ ಕರವಾವಹೈ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಾಮಧೀತಮಸ್ತು
ಅವಧೀತಂ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನ ಅವಧೀತಮಸ್ತು.
ಅವಧೀತಮಸ್ತು ಮಾ ವಿದ್ವಿಷಾವಹೈ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಸರ್ವಂ ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಸರ್ವಂ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣಪಾದಾರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು. ಶ್ರೀ ವೇದ ಪುರುಷ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದೋಸ್ತು. ಮಾತೃಚರಣಾರವಿಂದ
ಅರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು.
ಅರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು.
ದುರ್ಗಾದೇವಿ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತು.
ಶ್ರೀ ದುರ್ಗಾದೇವಿ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತು.
ಓಂ ತತ್ಸತು.
ತತ್ಸತ್. ಓಂ ತತ್ಸತ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಗುರುಜಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸಹನ ಅವತ್ತು ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಸಹನ ಅವತ್ತು.
ಅವತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ.
ಸಹ ನೌ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರು ಅಂಡ್ ಶಿಷ್ಯ. ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಾಟ್. ಸಹ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಸೊ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಾಟ್ be together protected. And Sahana Avatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, both teacher and student must enjoy the comforts, the results of study and reflection. Sahanau Bhunaktu. And moreover, Ibru, they don't stop learning. Graduate or hotod mele, they should continue their studies. And Guru also continue studies and teaching. So Guru should be constant, student should be constant. Wherever student goes, he takes the name of the institution. ಯಾವ ಕಾಲೇಜಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ನೆವರ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ.
Okay.
Om Swasti. Now